mountain ever. Second highest peak in the Canadian Rockies, of course, behind Mount Robson. I don't know, it was like it was
Canada. What's with Canada? We got great big cities, but a lot of trees and rocks. Yeah, the winter's cold here. Wear 2 pairs of socks. There's half the world's fresh water to paddle your canoe or camp along the shoreline. It's what we like to do in Canada. Ooh, I'm living in Canada. Float my boat in Canada. Oh, bait my hook in Canada. We tend to do things different. We each have our routine. Some of us eat kubasa, some of us poutine.
Oh, j'aime poutine.
But we have traditions.
Welcome to the channel. My name is Gerald and this is Trekking with Taz. As the title suggests, today's trek is going to take us to 2 peaks, Torpy and Fang. This was a very lofty goal for us as the conditions in the high country are not good. Snow has deteriorated to the point it's starting to become very unstable. Because we started so early in the day, the snow was in pretty good shape going up, but partway down it started getting really slippery and really uncomfortable. When I say going up, I'm speaking of Fang, as that was our first peak, and it is actually the steepest of the 2 as well. So I wouldn't have wanted to try Fang any later in the day on that day, but we did come down, and then going up Torpy, there's a really good route up there, was not an issue at all. The purpose of the 2 summits was to take 2 more summits towards the 7 Summit Challenge of Northern British Columbia. Okay, let's watch the video.
Here we are at Torpy Trailhead. The goal today is to get up there and get the Fang Summit. And if that goes good and conditions are good, to go over and get the Torpy Summit as well. It's a beautiful day. See how it goes for us. Within expectations, we're seeing bear scat right away. That time of year, might get lucky and see a bear up there. We will see. Our first little viewpoint along here. It's going to be a beauty day. Here we are, arriving at the end of the road walk and the beginning of the trail, park boundary, and it'll be time to make our way up. You can see the trail going up there. Okay, let's do this. So this is the provincial park boundary, just a little ways up the trail. Now we're in Evanoff Provincial Park. We are at the second creek crossing, so we're making good time. Won't be long. We'll be up at the meadow, be able to see what we're up against, but to this point, no snow and no sign of snow, which is good. Here we go. Just popping out to the first little bit of a meadow. Mixture of snow and grass from what I can see. I don't know how far that'll go, but as you can see, I don't need to put the shoes on quite yet. Yes. Over there is where we're going to go up later to make it up to Torpy. A little bit of snow there. But as we break out to the main meadow, there isn't much snow at all, which is pretty nice. A little look at the ridgeline to Torpy over there. Should be Little interesting. Looking across at Torpy, a lot more snow on the north side compared to where we are. Nice. We still haven't had to put on our snowshoes. There's the south side's, it's melted pretty good. Not sure what we'll see when we get to the saddle, but at this point, excellent. Getting into a little more snow now. Not sure how far we'll be able to go without snowshoes. We shall see. Okay, I'm just going to put some snowshoes on. This is the elevation we got. You can see that's all Torpy over there. But from here on is snow, so we're not going to mess around. I'll just put the snowshoes on and be done with it. She is wet, slushy, sticky snow, exactly as was expected. I wouldn't want to be doing this without snowshoes or crampons at a minimum. It's slippery. We're making some headway here, all right, but I wouldn't suggest anybody without mountain snowshoes comes up here. The conditions are not the best. Tough going. Okay, that's Fang Peak there. We ended up coming up a little different route than we normally do. We're going to go down the way we normally do. This one was a little too steep. We made it, but it wasn't fun. Mark run up, and I just made it. Hey Mark.
What's that?
I said you run up.
I don't know about that. Too sketch though.
Making our final assault on Fang. A little bit yet, but shan't be too long. Be nice up here though. There we go. Bit of a different view than we've had before on Fang. It's kind of neat. We're, I don't know, 10 minutes probably from the top. It's going good. There's Mark. Here we are. There's the summit just in front of us, buddy.
There.
Number 4.
Number 4. Go do it, Penny. Go touch it.
You be first, Penny. Yeah. And we did it a little harder way. Here we go.
Boom.
Done.
Done.
Number 4. Whew. Coming up that steep way took a little bit out of the body. Here we are, look at it. Go over here a little bit. See if we'll see down to Pass Lake. And I know there's a group on those mountains over there. They're working their way into farm today. Nice. Okay, we're gonna make our way down off of Fang. Not sure exactly how that's gonna work yet. It looks a little different last time we were here. We might have to do something different. We'll see. Yeah, we're at a change of thought after a second look at the snow. That doesn't look safe, so we're gonna follow the rocks back down, kind of the way that we come, and then we'll cut across and find a little bit of a shallower way down. I don't think this is the best way here, so here we go. We decided to head back the way we come till we get to the flat knoll down there and then cut across. There's too much of that snow there is so slippery, and we've already been here. We know what we got to deal with here. Anybody coming up, be prepared. The snow is really not a lot of fun, but it is pretty up here. Nothing else. Okay, we're gonna try and figure out a better way down, because it was pretty steep where we come up. I don't think it'd be fun going down, so we got kind of a plan here that I think would work a lot better. Going is pretty good. Said the snow is definitely not nice, but as long as it's not too steep, it's not too bad. Let's make this happen. Got some calories in us. Now we're gonna do a little snooping and see which direction is the best way to go down here. Gonna see if we can get out of that steeper stuff that we went up. Well, we know we can, we just have to figure out where. Looks like Mark has figured something out, so. Okay, we took the snowshoes off, hoping that we can pick our way through these rocks a little better with just our boots until we get down out of this steep section here. It seemed to make more sense to us. Okay, we're back in the snow again. The rocks were really slippery and tricky, but this snow is actually easier to walk down in boots to keep control than with the snowshoes. So that's something to remember. This really slippery snow, even the good snowshoes on steep grades just don't cut it. We are back down to the meadow, and now we're going to try and do Torpy. We've got lots of time in the day. We'll see how that goes for us. We're looking for the best route, because as I said up on Fang, the snow is really ugly, and where there's no snow, it's really slippery in the mud. But this isn't nearly as steep as Fang, so we just want to find a gradual route, and we think we'll go up that through that saddle there, cut up to the right when we get close to the top, or maybe even left. Hard to say. Stay in the trees, maybe. That's probably the route. Figure it out when we get there. We are back in snowshoes and looking to head up Torpy now, looking for a route. Things go well, we'll summit Torpy today too. We'll find out in a little bit how that's going to go. Okay, not that long ago we were up on the Fang Peak there, and now we're down across the valley and heading up to Torpy. We are now at the bowl below the knob. We have to skirt around that knob to go up to Torpy. So it's happening. Of course, that's where we came from. Beauty. Yeah, here we are climbing up. We had to climb around that knob, down, and then up to that ridge. Probably see it looks like a cairn up on it. That's Torpy. Gonna make it. Getting a little tired, but don't have that far to go anymore. We're up on a plateau just below that knob that we're going to go around. Just look around here before we do. go through a gap in the trees there. No sense climbing this knoll because we have to go down again and then up to the peak on the other side. So, well, we have got around that knob and we are now headed for Torpy. Torpy is within our grasp. Here's Fang over there. All its glory, the knob we just come around. Torpy up there. Moving on. Just doing the last little drop down to the lowest point, and then we'll start our assault on Torpy Mountain. As you can tell, it's full on winter up here. You might be able to go downhill without snowshoes like we did on Fang, but I'm pretty positive you're not going to make it up. I don't know if you can see that, the GoPro, but there's 3 caribou that I can see coming down that ridge, coming towards us. 1, 2, 3. Nice.
Like 5 or 6, I think. Or is that trees?
You can't really tell.
Oh, no, I think that's just trees.
Can't really
I thought
tell.
they were moving, they're not. Just
But,
these guys. Now I'm just seeing things.
3 caribou down below anyway,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, there's no tracks up there.
Well, I hope you guys could see them down there, but probably not with the GoPro. That's our summit right there, but before we go up, let's look at this view here. .360-degree of view. We are arriving at Torpy Summit.
Give me a high five.
This is our second summit of the day. Woo! And the 5th of the 7 summit challenge. We got her in. There it is. There is the cairn. We are here. Let's have a little look around. Whew. What a day. Number 5. Beauty. Okay, that was the summit for us. And now we're going to start back down. Make our way back down to the bottom. Great day. Accomplished our lofty goals. So, beautiful day. We have come down off of the peak and down 2 little humps. Let's hope we might see those caribou again, but they don't hang around for long. They're on the move all the time. But what a day up here. You can still see the mountains are winter. And there's no doubt about it. We were up over top of those little mounds there at the peak about 10 minutes ago or so. And here we are now. Making our way down. We'll have to climb up over this ridge before we can drop down to the bottom. So a little bit of work left to do. You see in front of us, those are our tracks over to the right. Those other tracks where the 3 caribou that come down. Right after we went by. Pretty lucky timing. Our last climb of the day. Let's get up here onto that shoulder, go around that knob. It's all downhill all the way to the vehicle. Got this one more little climb, and then that should be it. And then on, should be downhill for us. I figure be at the vehicle in no more than an hour and a half probably. So that's pretty good. On our way back down, we see a couple of humans out snowshoeing with a couple of dogs. They're heading back down, so I guess they're not going to try and do the summit today, but out enjoying the beautiful weather anyway. We're on the other side of that knob now. Work our way down to that bowl, and we'll follow it down to the meadows. Dropping down to the meadow now. We got maybe 10 minutes of snowshoe time left, and we'll be able to drop them and walk out. This was the way to come down. It was perfect. Easiest way to come down. And go up. It's gentle, especially for snowshoes. We stopped here at the meadow and took snowshoes off. There's still some snow, but you don't need them from here on down, and it feels good to get them off the feet. So we'll be down 45 minutes. We'll be down at the vehicle from here, and that will be the day. Fang and Torpy. So warm weather this afternoon. That creek picked up pace a lot since this morning. Lots of water coming down. That was a quick come down. We're back down to the road. That's the bridge that I showed you there. We're back down to that old road. Just flying down here. One last look around here. We're just dropping off of this road in just a minute here and back onto the trail down to the vehicle. That'll take about maybe 8 minutes at the most, I'm sure. So we're almost back. And we are back at the vehicle. You can see the picnic table there. Quite the day. We had lofty expectations considering the conditions out there. We wanted to do Fang and Torpy, and we did. We got them done.
Boom.
Boom. 4 and 5. So we're pretty excited about that. It's, with the poor snow that was up there, we just weren't sure just how much it was going to slow you down. But we're back. We're done. It was a great day.
As always, if you'd like more information on this trek or any of our other treks, go to hiking.princegeorge.tech and you'll find everything you need there. To find the Torpy Mountain Trailhead, you will drive east on Highway 16 from Prince George, 18 kilometers. At 18 kilometers, you will turn left on the Upper Fraser Road. From here, you will drive 64 kilometers on this road till you reach the Hansard Bridge over the Fraser River. Shortly after crossing the bridge, there is a road to the right that heads to St. Clair Mills and Longworth. You will turn right on that road. You will drive down it about a kilometer, where you will turn left on the Pass Lake Road. You will follow the Pass Lake Road for about 29.5 kilometers, where you will turn right onto the Torpy Forest Road. About 2 kilometers down the Torpy, you will turn left onto the Upper Torpy Forest Service Road. You will drive down the Upper Torpy for just over 4 kilometers, where there is a pullout on your left with the sign for the Torpy Trailhead. There's a picnic table there. You'll know you arrived at your destination. Thanks for coming along on our Tales of Two Summits. Hope you enjoyed it. In closing, a little note on the conditions out there. Personally, I think that's it for a couple of weeks. Conditions really deteriorated as we were coming down. I know there's those out there with far more experience than I have that are probably just fine with it. But there was some really tricky spots, and we had to really find some workarounds to get down. So I don't suggest that the average person go out there and attempt to get up Fang Summit for another couple of weeks. The warm weather that we have now and the rain that's in the forecast, though, that snow should disappear here fairly quickly with that. So a couple of weeks, probably still going to be wet up there, but should be able to go. That's it for today's trek. I'm not sure what's up next, but please come back and join us again. Take care.